Skinny Reds closer Raisel Iglesias disagrees with the way he's been used so far this season. Iglesias currently has a career worst .486 ERA and has already lost 5 games, the most by any reliever in baseball. Quote, "You can see of the other closers. They don't pitch in tie games," Iglesias told the Enquirer. "I'm the only one who comes in tie games, and I've given up homers, and I'm losing some games. I feel really bad. I already have 5 losses, something that hasn't happened to anyone else in the big leagues. 5 losses in the first month of ball, that shouldn't be like that. The way they're using me is horribly wrong," he continued. "The closer comes in to finish the ball games. I've been coming into tie games on the road. I get it. There are situations that the team needs me. It's really frustrating for me to come in a tie game and lose the game." Skinny, do you question the way David Bell and his staff have used Raisel Iglesias so far this season?
Let me just say this. When you propose doing this podcast with me, it's not what you propose, and you're not using me the right way, and it's probably the last one I do, because you're not utilizing me the right way.
There's no question about that.
I mean, what are you doing? What is this clown doing? Just honestly, shut up and get somebody out. Well, here's the great thing about baseball. I need to know my role. You know what your role is? When you're called on to hit, go hit. When you're called on to pitch, go pitch. Get somebody out. You don't need to know your role, Cat. Go get it done. That being said, they told this dude. They told him how they were going to use him.
Not only did they tell him, he wanted it.
Yes.
At the beginning of the season, he was talking all about how they're going to use me as the best closer in baseball. I'm going to get more opportunities.
Oh, and by the way, Friday night when he came in, he was protecting a 1-run lead in the 9th to get a save. It wasn't a tie game until he allowed it to be a tie game because he gave up a solo home run with 2 outs.
Well, there's that. I mean, the quote that really drives me crazy is the way he finishes it off.
Yes.
It's really frustrating for me to come in a tie game and lose the game. It's frustrating for your teammates, Bob. It's frustrating for your fans. You know what you can do? Get the guys out. Don't give up your tie. Don't give up the lead.
Here's what he could be the way they're using him. Honest to goodness. He could be a 15-win, 25-save type guy because they are using him in tie game. Guess what happened in a tie game? You get them out, your team scores a run, you then hold them, and who gets the W? You
big guy.
You get it. I mean, this may be one of the dumbest things I've seen a Cincinnati sports or Cincinnati athlete ever say. And there's been a lot of dumb things said by a lot of people over the years. This was plain out and out dumb.
It feels like it's going under the radar a little bit, right? Like, I know people have called it out, but, I remember, Brandon Phillips didn't run a ball out, maybe said something stupid a time or two, and it became a national incident.
Right.
You're right, this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard an athlete complain about.
Well, I think 2 things here. I think people are very anti-David Bell right now. I get some of that. That's part of it. So this is just kind of the piling on of that. And I think there's also an apathy about the baseball team that, I don't care. You can say, I don't care about them anymore. Until they win, I don't care what they say. I don't care what they do. I don't even care to go. I think you see that. I think there's a general apathy. I think you're right. I mean, something like this, people should have harped on and go, well, just honestly shut up and get somebody out, dude.
I'm surprised people in Cincinnati, the way this town typically reacts to athletes, that they're not trying to get him out. That they're not running him out of town right now for talking like that. Because this is, bananas to complain like this. You're complaining about your team having trust in you and using you in the highest leverage of situations.
And the fact that they told you they were going to do it and that you wanted to do it.
And every fan has been complaining about the fact that previous managers will not do this exact thing.
Correct.
This is something we have been pining for. It's been talked about in the city for 5 years probably. Going back to Aroldis Chapman, people were talking about you should be using your closer in more high leverage situations other than just saves in the 9th inning.
Correct.
Now they do it. It's a huge problem.
Yeah, look, I have some issues with David Bell's managing, not probably less than other people, but I do have some issues. I think there's some things that are fair to criticize. This isn't one of them from us or especially from this guy. It's literally, I'm giving you the ball, you're my best pitcher, get somebody out. I wrote a piece criticizing him on local12.com. And look, go to Sunday's game, right? Sunday's game's 4-4 in the 9th. Amir Garrett, in my opinion, should have stayed in the game. He's been lights out against everybody. Right-handers are only 3 for 23 against him. But I also wrote that I understand why David Bell decided to go Raisel Iglesias against Buster Posey. He wanted what he thinks is his best pitcher, or at the very least his best relief pitcher, to go against the best Giants hitter. I get that. I don't agree with it because Amir Garrett, the eyeball test for me said this guy's dominant, and let's just let him finish this out. And the fact that the analytics will tell you that righties are 3 for 23 against him. So you even have the analytics to back yourself up if the guy got a hit off him to say, listen, righties were 3 for 23 against the guy. But I want to tell you that I understand why he made the move.
Right.
Raisel, get him out. Instead, he bangs a double, Brandon Crawford bangs a home run. This is on you. Now, I think he will get things right. I can't explain why things are not going as well as they're for him, why he's struggling so much. Because
how about maybe a lack of accountability? Maybe that's the issue.
But we've seen him be dominant at points this year too. I mean, he went through a stretch of 6 outings where he struck out 15 guys in 7 2/3 innings. That's what high school guys do, right? I mean, 15 strikeouts in 7 2/3 innings. That's dominant.
Oh, his stuff is electric.
It is. But yeah, how about holding yourself accountable? Just looking on, you know what? I got to fix whatever I got to fix. The thing I will tell you now, and I said this on the Sports Authority Sunday, I can't use not, and this was before these comments were even made because these were made on Monday. I can't use him in a high leverage spot right now because I can't trust him.
I would agree. Well, and honestly, I'm all for it. David Bell said he's still our guy. We've still got faith in him. I would be all for that if he doesn't make these ridiculous statements. But now it's like he's a mental midget.
Correct.
He doesn't understand his role. He's not ready for prime time of being a closer, being one of the top relief pitchers in baseball. You're right. I would have lost a lot of faith in him after the way he handled this.
Yeah, I mean, but the next thing I can do for him is hopefully my team has a 7-4 lead in the 9th, and I try to get him an easy save to maybe get his mind right. But if it's a tie game or I'm protecting a 1-run lead right now, I'm trusting Amir Garrett before I'm trusting Raisel Iglesias in a heartbeat.
Which, by the way, he has entered with the Reds ahead in 9 games this season and with the score tied in 6 others. He's got a 6.14 ERA in non-safe situations, giving up 10 hits in 7 1/3 innings and a 6.33 slugging percentage. In save situations, he's posted a 3.86 ERA with 7 hits in 9 1/3 innings and a 4.86 slugging percentage. So it is better when he comes away with a clean slate, but it's not good.
Not by a ton, exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure I can trust him in a high leverage situation no matter what it is, whether I'm protecting a 1-run lead, whether it's a tie game, whether it's a bases loaded and I'm trying to keep it at a 1-run deficit. I'm not sure I can trust. I trust Amir Garrett right now before I would trust him, and I think that's if I'm David Bell. That's where I'm going with this. If you don't want the ball in a tough spot, guy, that's fine. I'll use somebody else, and I'll use you in another spot. I know that you can look and go, wait a minute, you're paying him all this money? Eventually he's going to fix this.
Right.
But I can't trust him until he does.
Yeah, and especially with this.